The Forest Recreation Ground is a tranquil oasis on the outskirts of Nottingham city centre. It has hosted cricket, horse racing and football in its time and now serves as a relaxing green space to read, sunbathe, play or simply watch the world go by. Once a year, however, the peace is shattered because since 1928 the Forest has been home to the legendary Goose Fair, the highlight of Nottingham's events calendar. Bordering the recreation ground is Forest Fields, a grid system of 31 streets mainly composed of Victorian terraced back-to-back houses. What do the residents of this neighbourhood think of having Goose Fair so close they can smell the hot dogs and hear the screams of those who want to go faster?
See, I'm not a bigger fan because I'm working most of the time, so it was up to I think 11 o'clock.
So the main reason I like it, let's say, it's lively and it sounds nice and nice to be around such a thing. And I hate it because you couldn't get out your parking spot. You couldn't drive anyway. You couldn't, go down this road.
So.
Yeah, you have to queue up here just to get around that corner and everyone be beeping at each other. It's hectic.
Yeah. Might be very useful, 20 minutes extra.
Exactly. So if you want to order food, you can't because you can't get to you. That's it. Really. Yeah, that's the two main
Trams
things.
are annoying. Oh yeah, trams are full.
Oh,
so that was a bit annoying. It's charging.
Yeah, everyone's trying to get down to the same spot, and obviously it became clustered. Yeah,
It was cool.
It was cool. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I went there. I had a good time. But yeah, if you're not actually going there, shit.
I don't really like noise because it kind of makes me want to go, but the Goose Fair wasn't that noisy this time and I liked it because it wasn't that noisy.
I thought it was really bad.
Goose Fair meat when it's here, it's alright meat, but if you're local it's a bit of a nightmare. I've always said meat to park in your front room, the wood, if you can get closer to the entrance. On top of that meat you've got all the rubbish, half-eaten burgers, hot dogs, toffee apples, mushy peas, you name it, rubbish. And it's not so much when it's here, when it's gone, the council don't seem to clean up the streets for some reason. Do you know what I mean? They clean up the site, but they don't clean up the streets. But I think it's good for the economy, the local economy. People come from all over the world to come to the Goose Fair and stuff like that. So I can see a good point at that. But if they don't do another 10 days next year and they keep it to the weekend, do you know what I mean?
I think years ago it used to have sort of more of an impact. It was more sort of kind of, unruly, a bit more chaotic, and there was loads more burglaries around here, and there was always that kind of on films where you see the battlefield or the smoke on the medieval battlefield, and it had that vibe about it, but it smelled more of chips but I think nowadays it's a lot better than it was some years ago, and I kind of like the sort of the spectacle of it, because I don't know, it's got, one of my favourite things there is they've got this van, it's there every year, it says the new food sensation, and then on the other corner it says chips, and I just love it, and the sort of amorphous blobs of Donald Duck and Ainsley Harriott or whoever they're trying to portray, that are just there in this weird sort of fluorescent totems of, I don't know what it is, but I kind of like it. It's sort of a mess and I love it, and I think it's a microcosm of something, but I've never really thought about it that much, but I don't mind it. It's a thing.
I mean, we have it every year, which is, I understand it and I accept it. It was only for, before it used to be about 4 or 5 days, and that was the limit that I was expecting every year to happen. But this year, it lasted longer, and the vibration, and I'm living at Exeter Road, which is a bit further, you could say, but I was wondering what the people nearby, the vibration, starting from 12 o'clock lunchtime, ending until 11 o'clock, it was you know, it was horrible, you know, because it's the vibration, it's the noise, it's the pollution, because I couldn't have my windows open. The smoke from the machines was just coming all through my house. I needed to close my windows. There was no any notification. I didn't have any notification coming through my door that this fair would last for so long. And I was talking with my partner, and I was thinking, and I was asking why, because I didn't know where to ask. And he said, oh, probably because with the coronavirus last year, they couldn't just give them back the money, and they just had to keep them here for so long. There was so much traffic. We couldn't put our cars, we couldn't park our cars. Everywhere there was noise, people, crowded, cars all everywhere. It was really bad.
Not a fan then.